What's up, guys? Travis Flaherty here. Hope you are having a fantastic day today. Listen, I want to talk to you today about one of the most exciting companies that has come out a long time in the network marketing industry, which is Uforia. Uforia is all about customized DNA nutrition. Being you never felt better. It's an exciting new company. If you haven't heard of it yet, I promise you, you're going to be hearing about it in the days, weeks, and months, and even years ahead. I have every reason to believe that this will be the biggest story of 2019. And here's what's great. If you're watching this video right now, what is today, October 17th? Nobody really even knows about it yet. So you have an opportunity to be one of the first to position yourself in what I believe has the potential to become to the supplement industry what Amazon has become to the nutrition industry. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in different videos, but tonight I want to go over the compensation plan. I'm super excited about this plan. There are a lot of things that really create a tremendous opportunity for the average person in network marketing. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean about that. So I want to start off tonight by talking about just philosophically compensation plans. Compensation plans at the end of the day are designed to reward the right type of behavior. And what you have to understand is that if you don't work, then the compensation plan won't work at all. So, if you go to work, you don't feel like you need to understand every aspect of what I'm going to go over tonight. The bottom line is that if you use the products, you share them with others, you share your story with others, the rest will take care of itself. So let's jump right in. So first of all, there's a couple of different style compensation plans that are out there. And I want to talk about, and by the way, there's no perfect compensation plan. Each compensation plan style has to fit the culture of the company, the culture of the products that the company offers. Every one of them has their pros and their cons. Now, over the course of the last 10 years, one of the compensation plans that has been very prevalent in the network marketing industry is a binary. Binary just means two, right? Two legs. And I want to talk a little bit about some of the pros and cons of a binary. So some of the pros of a binary, they're definitely exciting. People have the ability to be able to get paid through an infinite level, which is very exciting. And it creates a sense of urgency and a fear of loss, right? I can say, listen, I'm just launching my business. And you know what? I've got 20 people that I'm going to be talking to. And those people can either go below you or above you. Which would you prefer? You got to get in right now. You've got to get positioned today because everything I do from this point forward has the ability to be able to go below you, right? So it creates that, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss out on this. But here's one of the challenges associated with the binary that I've personally experienced is a lot of times people oversell the binary, right? They set false expectations. You want to know the number one reason that people leave network marketing? It's because of people setting false expectations because of hype. And a lot of times the binary is associated with hype. People oversell it. All you have to do is just take a position now. I'm going to build it for you. Here's one of the other challenges associated with the network, with a binary. A lot of times, in network marketing, you get people that do this part-time or even in their spare time, and they might go put 3 or 4 people into the business, and maybe one of them takes off. And so all of a sudden, that one person starts to build an organization. But the problem is in a binary, you always get paid on your lesser leg. So what ends up happening is you get all kinds of people that have one leg built, but they've got nothing on the other side. And there's no money that's flowing at all, right? That's called breakage. That's going back to the company. And so, and one of the biggest headaches of a binary of all is people that have been in network marketing even for a month or 2 months, and they start to understand how these binaries work. They come in saying, listen, I want to be on a power leg. I don't want to be on an inside leg, right? Leaders in many cases are saying, I want a leg built for me when I come in the door, right? And in many cases, there's not even an even playing field because leaders come in and they get positioned early on and they end up on one of these giant power legs and they can go out and just go build one side. But eventually what happens is it starts to break down. And eventually you get people that are coming in on an inside leg. And pretty soon these people down here don't necessarily have the same opportunity. So it's not necessarily an even playing field. And if I have to have the conversation one more time where somebody says, Travis, am I going to go on your power leg or am I going on the inside leg? I think I would rather bang my head against the wall, to be honest with you, than to have that conversation again. So in my opinion, the binary has become, it started to create somewhat of a toxic behavior. in the industry because it creates entitlement. There's a lot of hype, not necessarily an even playing field, and nobody wants to go on an inside leg. The smaller network marketer, which makes up a large majority of the industry, typically ends up with one leg, no money, no check, and that leads to attrition, and it starts to fall apart from the bottom up. And so for that reason, we have decided to go with a unilevel. Now, let's talk a little bit about a unilevel, both the pros and cons of a unilevel, and why this particular plan is focused around a customer or a consumption model. You know, residual income is a function of consumption. And the true litmus test of network marketing is if you took the compensation plan and threw it out, would people still buy your products? And a lot of times in this industry, we see a lot of hype, right? Big checks on stage or you know, Lamborghinis and all these fancy cars. And sometimes that's just overcompensation for the fact that maybe you don't have that great of a product, or the product doesn't work the way that it was intended. And so you have to be careful about that. And what I love about Uforia is the organic feel. There's no hype around it at all. In fact, the way that Ron Williams even rolled this company out is one day he just flipped the switch. There was no huge event, no huge announcement. He uploaded a video with him and Eric Worre, filmed at Eric Worre's house. Eric Worre has agreed to graciously head up all of the training for Uforia. He's still remaining neutral in the industry, still doing network marketing pro, but he has agreed to do all of the training for this company. So Ron and Eric filmed a video just about 30 days ago, and just a couple of weeks ago, Ron just happened to upload that to YouTube, and that's how we went live. And I asked him about that. I said, Ron, why didn't you do a big event? Like, tell me about that. And he says, you know, I just didn't want any hype to be around this launch. I wanted it to be organic. I want to be the growth to be organic. You know, I believe that we've got something special here with this DNA nutrition. And when you have a product that evokes a positive emotional experience, people go and tell people about it. You don't need the hype. And he said, so for me, I wanted to start with no pecking order. I didn't want to have, you know, bring in the giant leaders and, you know, they're at the top and then they go get their leaders. He said, I really wanted an even playing field. And I just, you know, we put specific language. The messaging was very intentional. And Ron believed, and by the way, Ron again is the CEO of Uforia, Ron Williams, that if he put this out there with the right intentions, with the right messaging, with the right vibrations and energy, that it would attract the right people to the company. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Here's what's fun is, guys, we're barely a week into this thing. We just turned the lights on 7 days ago. So for those of you that are watching, congratulations if you're seeing this video. So let's talk a little bit about a unilevel. So a unilevel works like this. There's you, and everybody that you sponsor is front level to you. Okay, you can have 500 people. Anybody that you bring in is front level to you. So what does that do? It eliminates the whole pecking order, right? The people that are trying to get lucky, the people that are trying to get positioned early so that they can, you know, they can just catch this momentum and they can go get wealthy. Guys, all of that disappears here. Everybody has an even playing field, and you're rewarded based on the value and the contributions that you bring to your organization, to the business itself, and the efforts that you put forth. And the results that you should produce. I shouldn't just say your efforts, because at the end of the day, we're paid based on the results that we produce, period. So here's how it works. In this particular plan, everybody that you sponsor is front level to you. And then you have an opportunity to get paid down through 8 levels, okay? And in simple terms, the best way to describe it is the wider you go, the deeper you get paid. I want you to write that down. The wider that you go, the deeper that you get paid. Now, this is definitely going to be a customer-driven model. And I love that, because when you're not building with hype and you're building with true product stories. And at the end of the day, I want you to think about this. When you have a product that has over 100 plant-based, peer-reviewed, studied ingredients, never before has there been a product that has the ability to be able to test your own unique DNA, 18 different DNA strands, different markers, and then be able to create a formulation that is designed specifically for you, is unique to you. Nobody will ever be, no one's been like you before you, no one will ever be like you again. You are beautiful, you are unique, you are special. Why not have unique and special nutrition that is designed for your genetic makeup. And so when you think about this, when all of a sudden people start to get this type of nutrients that are in their body, and what I'm holding right here is one of our DNA, one of our kits, our pre-nutrition kit is inside here, as well as our swabs. It's going to show up in all kinds of different places. We don't make claims here, but what I will tell you is when you give your body what it needs, when it needs it, an amazing thing happens. Your body starts to heal itself from the inside out when you're giving your body what it needs. And so excited to have a product that as people start to take it, it's going to show up in so many different ways, and it is going to spread like wildfire, because when people feel it, that's when they want to go tell somebody about it. So consumption model, the wider you go, the deeper that you get paid. There's 8 levels here. Now, that's the basic concept. So what's the advantage of a unilevel? Well, if I am one of those people that come into network marketing that maybe goes and gets 3 or 4 people, maybe one takes off and builds an organization, we know in a binary, I'm not going to receive a check at all, right? Because it's always you get paid on your lesser leg. But in this scenario, let's say that I go get these 3 people, and 2 of them just end up being customers and they don't do anything, but this one right here goes and builds a business. Maybe it's small, maybe it's a mid-sized business, but here's the cool thing. Even if only this person gets started, I'm still going to get a check off of that person's efforts down through 8 levels. Believe it or not, in this compensation plan, you could technically ride that one leg all the way to a 6-figure income just off of that one leg. So what this compensation plan will do is it will create a lot more meaningful checks. Traditionally in a binary, you see, a handful of people that are making huge checks, right? And the companies typically go sell those stories. Here, you're going to see a lot more money that's paid out to the average person in network marketing. And what does that do? It drives retention. And retention is the key to your business, right? Because if you've got people running out the back door as quickly as they're running in the front, or excuse me, if people running out the back door as quickly as they're coming in the front door, it's very hard to build a true residual income. So the name of the game is retention. And if somebody is getting, even if it's a $75 check, even if it's a $100 check, $200 check, if they're getting a check in the mailbox every single month and they're taking nutrients that they enjoy, they're not going to turn their auto ship off. And that is what this business is all about. It's about retention, and it's about making a difference for the average person. You know what? If we can help the average person make an extra $500 a month, that will change the world. Believe it or not, just an extra $500 a month, an extra $6,000 per year, some would say would cut the divorce rate in half. Why? What do most people argue about? They argue about their finances. So unilevel compensation plan, fantastic for the beginners that are coming in, the average person in network marketing, but there are some opportunities for you leaders here to really go make a significant income. So that's the philosophy of the compensation plan. We chose a unilevel because we believe that it is the best suited model for a customer-driven plan. Now, let's talk a little bit about the difference between a customer and a nutritionist, okay? So a customer can come in here and they can order their products. And the way that it works is you can order your DNA kit for $159. So this is your DNA kit right here. Inside of this DNA kit, by the way, isn't the branding just incredible looking? Looks so good. Everything about this company, I mean, we're 7 days old, and our marketing, our branding, if you haven't been to euforiascience.com, looked at our websites, we look like we've been in business for years. So inside of this kit, you get 30 days of pre-nutrition. It's a cleanse system. It's all about prebiotics. There's tons of vitamins and nutrients that are in here that are designed to get your gut health in the right shape so that when those nutrients, when your customized nutrition arrives, you're in the position to be able to absorb those nutrients. So while your DNA is pairing at the lab, you get started on the pre-nutrition. There's a little swab test in here. So you get 2 of these little swabs, one for your right cheek, one for your left cheek. You put that in a little pre-packaged envelope that's also in here, and you just drop it in the mail. Prepaid, goes off to the lab. While it's pairing, you start your pre-nutrition. Now, inside of this kit, there is also a coupon for a limited time during our pre-launch for $100. So you save $100 on your lab fees. Lab fees generally are anywhere from $250 to $500 to get your DNA tested. So what's cool is our lab fee is $199. One time, $199 to get your labs done. What are we testing? We're testing 18 different markers, DNA markers. You can go onto our website and see exactly what markers they are. We call them your power markers or your power strands. But here's what's cool. You order this kit right now during our pre-launch, you will get an instant $100 off. You get $100 savings, which makes that a total now of $99 for your labs, which is an incredible deal. So these are inside all of our packages during our pre-launch period, which is through the end of the year. So you have a great opportunity to be able to get that. So that's a customer. Now, what's the difference between a customer and a nutritionist? The nutritionist spends $39 and they are now in business. So I want you to think about this. $39 now puts you into a position where you get all the tax benefits associated with being self-employed. You know, I've been fortunate enough to travel the world and talk about wealth building strategies. And one of the pillars of building wealth is to make sure that you have some type of a business, something that you can now take advantage of all those tax breaks. So for $39, you are now in business. And not only that, but you're going to get access to our distributor kits. And our distributor kits are going to give you the ability to be able to go out and market, promote your business. You're in business for yourself as a 1099 distributor, but not by yourself. Now, customers have the ability, they get access to discounts. So they will have access to discounts and dividends program. But what happens is they can earn money that they can use in our store. And on the other hand, our nutritionists have the ability to get access to those dividends, which is money that's paid out to them on our discounts and dividends program in US dollars. So there are some advantages of spending that $39. Now, if you have no interest at all in referring people to our program, you just want to be a customer here, maybe you're involved in another company and you just want to take advantage of our DNA Nutrition, the customer option is for you. But you know, I'll tell you what, most companies out there today, including my cable company, my dentist, have referral programs. And I can tell you that this is the type of product that when you go out and start talking about it, sharing it, or you just show people this box, people are going to want it. As quickly as you talk about it, you're going to find that these kits are going to go out the door because people are super interested in this product. You know, I've been having conversations now for weeks, and the reception has been absolutely overwhelming how excited people are, people that are health focused, people that want to have a preventative health emphasis, you know, making sure that they stay healthy, love this product. So that's the difference between a customer and between a nutritionist. Now, let's get into the comp plan a little bit more. So the way that the comp plan works, once again, is it's a unilevel and it pays down through 8 levels. So let's go ahead and show you what that looks like. So once again, when you enroll into the business as a nutritionist, then you spend $39 and then you decide to get started in the business. And by the way, there are a number of ways that you can get started in the business. There are some business packs that are available to you. So once you spend the $39, then you decide how you want to get started. So you can certainly start with a kit for yourself personally, but we right now are recommending that you claim abundance right from the very beginning. You know, if you treat this like a business, it'll pay you better than any business that you could even imagine. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. And one thing that I've learned, and my advice to those of you that are watching this, if you're thinking about how to get started is, look, it's all about claiming a victory right from the very beginning. Going into this and saying, look, I'm not just going to dip my toe in the water. I'm going to do a cannonball. It's about, you know, setting the right expectation from the very beginning, right? Because people are going to ask you the same question over and over again. How did you get started? And you're going to have to answer that question. I would ask you, what do you want to duplicate in your organization? So there's a couple of different packs that are available to you. We have what I call kind of a small business builder promoter pack. It is a 3-pack that's available to you. So you can buy 3 of those kits. You Start Kit, we call it, and it is $431. So a 3-pack is $431. And what that does is it gives you the ability, you actually save 10% on your kits. Each pack, again, includes pre-nutrition at 180 caps and a complete DNA test. So it's a 3-pack bundle. You're saving 10% by buying it that way. Gives you at least one for yourself, maybe another one for your spouse, and one to have in hand or in your car at all times, so that when you start having conversations, you can actually show it to someone. I can tell you that it's one thing if I start talking about it and I just say, yeah, you know, I'll send you some information on it. But it's another thing entirely if I start talking about it and say, listen, let me show it to you. And you pull it out and you say, look at this, man, check this out. Look at what's in here. And you start going through it. I promise you, you are much more likely for that person to buy the product with you with a check in hand, them walking out the door with you having a new customer if you have that product in hand. So that's one of the things when it comes to, again, treating it like a business. So a 3-pack allows you to have a little bit of extra inventory. Then we have a 5-pack for those of you that are a little bit more maybe a mid-sized builder. You're not just looking to dip your toe in the water, but you're wanting to really get a little bit of extra inventory on hand. Maybe you want to run an exchange program. In my business, what I like to do is talk about the products. When somebody wants to buy, if they're not here locally, they'll go to my website or they'll order the product. And in many cases, I shouldn't say if they weren't here locally, if they're here locally, and I have the ability to do this, I will give them the product, let them take it home, and then when their product arrives, they just give it back to me. So I always have an exchange program going in and out the door, and that allows people to get started much quicker, right? When people buy a product from you, they're much more excited if they can start that product right away. They're much more likely to buy it from you right away. So you have a 5-pack. The 5-pack is $679.80. And with that pack, you're saving actually 20%. So now as you go out and you start to, you're saving 15%. So now as you go out and you start to sell those, there's some profitability there for you as well. And then finally, for those of you that are saying, look, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go all in. I'm not just going to dip my toe in the water. Again, I'm going to claim abundance from the very beginning. I want this duplicating in my organization. And I want to set myself up for success from the very beginning. We have our 10-pack. And our 10-pack is $1,279. So it's $1,279.60. You get 10 of those DNA kits, gives you the ability to have at least one for you, maybe one for a family member or spouse, and then you've got those extra kits. And again, we've got a 10-pack right here. My wife and I claimed abundance from the very beginning. This just arrived on our doorstep today, and I can tell you that by the end of the week, those packs will be gone because we have so much interest just going out there and just sharing, even on social media, just putting a couple of posts up about DNA nutrition. We have all kinds of people that are asking us questions. And so we're going to move those as quickly as those come in the door. And we were talking about them. 10-pack, $1,279. We've got a great promotion right now that we're running on that 10-pack. Number one, you get an instant $200 rebate that's going to come back to you right away for buying that 10-pack. So you're going to get a $200 rebate. And if you're watching this before November 9th and 10th, depending on when you're watching this video, we have our very first in-person event in Dallas, Texas. Definitely want to be at that event. You will also get 2 nights paid hotel. So 2 nights, hotel paid for. So your accommodations is paid for 2 nights. And we have this cool program called Discounts and Dividends, and you qualify at the top tier. I'm going to go over that in just a moment. At level 4 discounts and dividends right from the very beginning, which puts you into a position to be profitable, right? What's the number one objective in business? Be profitable. So this puts you into a position where you move all the way up to level 4 and you start to take advantage of that discounts and dividends program. Once again, I'm going to go over that in just a moment. So these are the different ways that someone can get started in our business. You make the decision that is best for you based on what your goals are, what you're looking to accomplish. Now, after you've enrolled into the business, now from here, we have an opportunity to be able to earn up to 8 levels. So comp plan goes like this. You've got you, and everybody that you sponsor, whether they're a customer or a builder, is going to go frontline to you. Okay, you can have 5, 50, 500, or 5,000. There's no limit of how many people that you can have in your organization. And again, the wider you go and the more volume that you and your organization produces, the deeper that you get paid. So we have different ranks in the plan. And those ranks, they start off and they go from what's called a builder, and then we go to producer. So I'll kind of write these over here on the side. So we have what's called a builder, and then we have a producer. And then from there, we have a mover. And then from the mover, we have a shaker. And then from the shaker, we have a leader, right? And then from the leader, we have an innovator. And from that innovator, we then go to generator. And then we go to creator. And then here's where you want to go, which is rainmaker, okay? So those are the different ranks in the plan, and those ranks are determined based on the volume that your organization is producing. Now, There was a study that was recently done, and they analyzed all kinds of different activities, different companies in the network marketing industry. And what the results that came back, what they found out was that it is very difficult for the average network marketer to manage an organization, or really to focus beyond 3 levels, right? 3 levels here. So this is level 1. Let's say these people go out, maybe go get a couple of people. That's level 2. Those people start to go get, and pretty soon you get level 3. As you start to go beyond that, it starts to get challenging for the average network marketer to manage. And so, what they just said was that the networkers are focused in on those first 3 levels. It creates a very solid foundation. And if you teach everybody to do the same thing, it creates a very solid, stable, long-term business. So what we decided to do is, although we have the ability to get paid down through 8 levels, your ranks are determined on the first 3 levels in your organization. So the volume that's created inside of those first 3 levels. So the first thing here is, the first rank that you want to get to is you want to get to builder. Okay, you want to get to builder, and it's pretty simple to do. You've got to have retail volume, which retail volume is RV, we call it in the plan. You've got to have retail volume of at least 100, which means you have to sell 1 DNA kit. 1 DNA kit, and you're a builder. And what happens is you now get paid as a builder down through 2 levels. Okay, so we'll start here. As a builder, you're going to get paid 2 levels, and you're going to get paid 5%. Okay, so 5% on each level. So first level, any orders that are paid, you get 5% of those orders, and anybody that they go and get, you're going to get 5% as well. As we move up to producer, you have to have retail value of 100 or higher, and you have to have at least 2 legs. Okay, so now you have to have at least 2 legs, and inside of those legs, each one of those legs, you have to have at least 100 in value, in volume, which means that at least one person in each one of those legs has purchased a kit. So in other words, you've gone out and you've got 2 customers. Now, once you do that, here's what's cool. You now get paid down through 4 levels. Okay, so the first level, it starts off, you get paid 8%, so you get a pay raise. So that's the first goal that everybody has, is to get themselves as quickly as possible to a producer. 8% on that first level. You also get 8% on that second level as well. You get paid 7% on the third level and 6%, so 4th level. So now you're paid through 4th level. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like, you get this person here, all these people are on your front level. They go out, maybe get a couple people, they get a couple of people. This one really takes off and he goes and gets 5, or she gets 5 people. That's 4 levels, and you're getting paid 8% level, 8% second level, 7%, and 6%. So you're now getting paid down through 4 levels simply for hitting producer, which is having 2 legs with at least 1 active member in each leg. And just so you guys know, the compensation plan can be downloaded in your back office. If you're a nutritionist, you can download this PDF and you can go through, the different levels that I'm talking about here. And I'm not going to go through every single percentage and every single level today. As you move up to mover, again, you start to see 8 or 4 levels. You go up to shaker, you pick up a 5th level. And as you continue through the compensation plan, leader puts you down at 7 levels. And by the way, to be a leader, you need 3 legs, which means you've at least sponsored 3 people. And in those legs, you have to have at least 3 levels of 5,000 or higher. So 5,000 in volume or higher. So and you also have to have at least 1 paid rank of a mover in your organization. So there's got to be somebody in your organization that's hit the rank of mover. You can go through this and look at the different requirements that are in this compensation plan. But Rainmaker gets you all the way down. And here's what's really cool. Leader, by the way, leader is a significant rank in this plan. A lot of times people say to me, well, gosh, if I only get paid down through 8 levels, right, what happens if somebody comes in on my 9th level and they launch this big business and build a huge organization and it's outside of my 8 levels? Well, what's cool is once you hit the rank of leader in this compensation plan, you now pick up a generational check match. A generational check match. So generational check match is defined by the rank of leaders. Leader is this rank right here. So it's not a level, but you get paid from a total as a leader. You get paid down through 3 generations of leaders. So what does that mean? Let's say that you have, all these people that are frontline to you in your business. Okay, you've got all these people that are frontline to you in your business. And in this tree here, there's 100 people in it, and there's no leaders. That means that you're now getting a check match. You're getting an extra 1% on every single person's check every single week in that organization. Now, this person over here, let's say that he's got maybe 200 people, and somewhere down here, starts to grow and take off, and somewhere down here there's a leader. Well, that leader is defined as your first generation, okay? So this generational check match actually pays out from leader to leader. That's what defines the generation. Don't worry if you don't understand that the first time you're hearing it, but what I want you to understand is that there is a tremendous amount of money in this particular portion of the compensation plan, because now you're getting paid through infinite levels, potentially all the way down. So you have an opportunity to pick up generational levels, not just levels that are defined by unilevel. So there's a lot of money in the generational check match. Getting to leader allows you to start getting that back end, kicking in a little bit as a leader. And then as you go up to Rainmaker, guys, it's significant. You're getting paid 2% through 6 generations of paid leaders. Plus you're getting 1 share of 1% of all of the company commissionable volume. They put it aside into a pool, and you now get to rev share on that company as well. So what's really cool about this plan is that you have front-end money for people that are just getting started into the business, people that are just maybe part-time to go out and share this with a few friends. As you start to get into the middle of the plan, you start to pick up a generational check match, which allows you to get paid through through a depth in your organization. And then you also have that share, that rev share, for those that really are going after the big money in the compensation plan. So I love that it has something for everyone. Just remember that at the end of the day, it's all about those first 3 levels. It's all about your first 3 levels. Everything is that your rank is going to be determined. You want to keep everything high and tight. So once again, here's you and the people that you go get on your first level, and the people they go get are on your second, the people they go get are on your third level, and your ranks are dictated on what happens here. So the wider you go, the deeper you get paid in this compensation plan. Okay, a couple of other things. So right now we are currently running a promotion and a really cool compensation plan during our pre-launch. Okay, what I just showed you doesn't kick in until our event in Las Vegas in January. So right now, just to drive the right type of behavior and teach people the importance of keeping things high and tight, what we're doing is we're only paying down through 3 levels, okay? So we're only paying down through 3 levels, so this is you, but we're actually paying 40% of the volume of whichever pack or however somebody gets started in your business on all of those first levels. We're paying 10% on all of your second levels, 10% on all of your third levels. And so I want you to think about this for a moment. There's a tremendous opportunity here for somebody to go out and really make some serious money. If you think about it, if somebody comes in on one of those larger packs and they're spending, $1,250, $1,260, whatever it is, those kits are worth $750 in volume for every larger pack that you sell, and you're getting 40% of that. You're looking at approximately $300 in commissions for every person that comes in on a 10-pack. So, there's quite a bit of money there for those of you that really get after this in the beginning. And again, what we're teaching is teaching you to go wide, right? You pick up that second level, you pick up that third level. So this is going to be running through the end of the year, which gives those of you that are active and going out there and really taking advantage of the timing of this opportunity, the opportunity to really go make some serious money. Finally, last thing I want to talk about is something that we call our discounts and dividends program. Discounts and dividends program. So on top of the 40-10-10, we've come up with this really cool component. And here's how it works. So you can be qualified. There's what's called level 1 qualification, level 2 qualification, level 3 qualification, and level 4 qualification. Let me explain how this works. So when I refer one customer, when I go out and get one customer, somebody who wants to join the business as a builder in my organization, just by referring one customer, I am now going to save $5 on my monthly order. The monthly order is $159 per month. So what that means is now I'm paying $154 per month. But here's what's cool. Not only am I saving $5, but I'm now going to start getting overrides of $5 of everybody in my organization that is not yet qualified who is paying full price. So not only are you're getting saving $5, but you're getting a $5 override off of your customers and even potentially their customers that are coming into the business that are spending the $159. Now watch this. Once you refer 2 customers to your business, you now save $10 on a monthly basis, but you'd only just save $10. Your price now goes down to $149 per month for that next order that you have, but you now get all those 5s and 10s that are rolling up to you from your organization. And I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like in a moment. Level 3s are when you refer 3 customers, you're now getting $15 off your order, which is a total of $144 now, but you're now getting all those 5, 10s, and 15s that are coming up to you in your business. And then finally, level 4 is when you refer 5 customers, you are now getting $20 off, plus, so now you're down to $139 on your personal order. Plus, you're getting all those 5, 10s, 15s, and 20s that are rolling up into your organization. So if you're doing the math, think about this. If you go refer 7 customers, right, just 7 customers, just with the discounts and dividends, not including the 40, 10, 10, 7 customers puts you into a situation where you're now getting your product for free. And if you add in those commissions on top of that, you're looking at more like 5 customers and you've paid for your order. So it's a great way to be able to get your product paid for. But let me show you how this overall, the dividends portions work. So the discounts is as you refer customers, you're getting 5, 10, 15, and $20 off. But let me show you the dividends portion of this because it gets very, very, it can get very lucrative. So let's say that here's you up at the top, okay? And let's say that you have 5 people that you brought into the business, okay? They're all front level to you. So in here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in your organization, okay? Now, let's say that you are level 4, okay? Which means you have either purchased one of our 10 packs. By the way, when you purchase one of those 10 packs, you automatically go to level 4, right from day one. So now let's say that you're level 4, okay? So you're paying $139 a month for your product. But in addition to the 40% that you get for every person that enrolls into your business, right? Because you're getting 40% on the 40-10-10 part of our compensation plan, you're going to get, let's say that this person here comes in as a customer, okay? So they're not qualified at level 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. They're just a customer. You're going to make an extra $20 just off of that one person. Now, let's say that the next person that you have sponsored, they're level 1 qualified, which means they've gone out, they've got one person in the business, which means they're now getting a $5 discount, right? So off of them, you would get $15 when they place their order because they're level 1 qualified. Now, let's say this person over here is level 2 qualified, so they're getting a $10 discount on their product. You're going to get $10, an additional $10 override that comes up to you because they are level 2 qualified. Now, let's say that this person is level 4 qualified. When they place their order, you're not going to get an override, but you know what? Congratulations. If you've got a ton of people that are level 4 qualified, because what that means is that they've gone out and they've got 5 customers and or they came in on one of those larger packs and you're seeing the equivalent in volume coming through your organization. And this doesn't just stop at the first level. This goes through your entire organization. You have an opportunity to be able to, as a level 4 qualified individual, you have the ability to be able to start overriding these people that are in your structure. So let's say that this is a customer and this customer here, and maybe they told a few of their friends about it. And then they went out and you've got, maybe this person here went out and really got after it. But you know what? You've got these customers that are here that are all paying full price for their orders. And you're level 4, that means those $20 are rolling up to you on every single one of those people. So when people say, look, does it make sense really to come in on a 10-pack? Well, number one, I look at it this way. Number one, I'm claiming abundance from the very beginning. I'm not just talking about a single order. I've never come into a business and said, what's the least that I can do? I've never met a top earner that came into a business and says, what's the least that I can do, right? They set the right, they set the leadership as example, nothing more, nothing less. And so they want to set the example right from the very beginning. But here's the cool thing. Not only are you getting a $200 rebate, not only are you getting 2 nights free in Vegas or Dallas, which is going to be the equivalent of another $400, but you're also getting qualified at the top tier for the discounts and dividends. And keep in mind, you get 10 of these. You get 10 of these. So if you go out and maybe keep one and go sell 9 of those for $160 each, because you're talking about almost $1,400 that you're going to get back just in your kits, moving those alone, not including the money that you're going to make from discounts and dividends, not including the money you're going to save from discounts and dividends, and not including the rebate or the money or the hotel rooms that you're getting as well. So there's some significant advantages of getting started on that 10-pack. So I just want to make sure that everyone understands how that works. So this will be running through the end of the year as well, on top of the 40-10-10 plan. So there you have it. We've got an outstanding compensation plan. What I love about this plan is it's fair and balanced. You've got what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of people in this plan that are enjoying the products. Maybe they went out and referred it to a few of their friends. I'm just telling you, anybody that you know that is struggling with health issues, we don't make claims, but I will tell you this. Get them this. Get them that customized nutrition, 100 plant-based, peer-reviewed, studied ingredients in their body. And the body is going to start putting itself into a situation where it's in a much better position to be able to function and ultimately heal from the inside out. And that's what proper nutrition is all about. So once again, we've got a compensation plan that rewards the beginner in the plan. We've got a compensation plan that awards the person that's really starting to get after it a little bit. And for you leaders, there's some significant money and opportunity here. So with that, we're going to be doing a lot more trainings. This is a little bit more in-depth compensation plan. I know that there's a need for this right now. People are really wanting to understand the plan a little bit more in depth. So we'll be putting out a lot more videos. If you haven't done so yet, please click follow on my YouTube channel so that when I do upload more information, you will be notified. Leave a little comment if you feel you got some value from this. And if there's anything that we can do for you. Again, my name is Travis Flaherty. My wife is Summer Flaherty. We are proud to be nutritionists, and we're super excited to be a part of the leadership here, helping this company launch. You guys have an absolutely incredible day. Take care now. Bye-bye.